it is going to go down on Adaptive Tabula Rasa. Now then, good old Tabula Rasa, it is a angled mirror map, very similar to Wonder, not quite as much of an angle, but it is a fun map. And this is our pro game. So we are finishing off the night with a pro game to a bunch of very highly rated players. I don't know what kind of things we can expect out of these guys. Top rated player is the Wheelie here with 2500, the lowest rated player is 1500 Wally, and Emperor just on the cusp of Joe Pro. Team balance 1843 to 1829, 93% games, so this is about as balanced as it's going to get with these guys. And let's introduce the teams. We have team 1 on the left hand side over here. No. Yes. And team 2 on the right hand side. So let's say good day and see how we're going to go get on. Down here on the bottom we have the Wheelie. He's opening up first land with the double adjacency, and we'll probably see him go straight for Hydro. Up here near the Wheelie, it is No One Cares. He's UEF. He is in bright pink. Up the front it is Big Bang. Big Bang Seraphim popped down a factory and already walking towards the front because there's a buttload of mass to reclaim. You don't want to miss out on it. You don't want to leave your opponents to get that open. Beside him it is FTX Commando. He's also on his way to the front. Single factory Commander walks. Behind him it is Wish, which is Aeon, and he's red. Sorry, FTX is UEF as while Big Bang is Seraphim. Behind them it is F Odin, Seraphim in green. We have Wally in lavender UEF, and that. Let's have a look at team number 2. We have Paralon is already walking his way towards the other side after slapping down a single factory. He's Seraphim. He's purple. Beside him it is Bigger Hammer as opposed to Smaller Hammer. He's UEF. Sorry, he's Seraphim walking his way to the front, and Cyan and Aeon Shadow Noob. He is Burgundy wandering his way. It is Zasport, also Seraphim in Snot Green. He's moving his way to the front, saying hello to FTX Commando. And behind him we have Trith. Trith is UEF. Trith is grey. We have I Want to Die. Cybrin, bright blue. Is he our first Cybrin? He's our only Cybrin in the game. Amazing. Anyway, beside him it is Emperor Penguin. He's UEF and he is in combat green. Right, so there's a bit of fighting in the middle, but not really fighting. Both these guys are going to focus a lot more on grabbing as much mass as they can before the opponents get in. That's it. Go better up here because there's 2 comms on this side. Only one down here, but of course Big Bang has no opposition, so he's free to get as much mass as he wants. Probably a better idea for one of these guys to come down this way, just to help out here and shoo FTX Commando away from all this extra mass, which is exactly what Shadow... I'm saying a Shadow Noob, but a Slado Noob? That's an L, not an H in his name. I'm going to keep calling him Shadow because I haven't bothered trying to read Slado. Just no, doesn't roll off tongue at all. So Shadow Noob's coming down, and so is Bigger Hammer. So it's going to be a 3 versus 1 against FTX, and yeah, he's not going to be able to stay there too long if he wants to survive. There is water nearby, of course. I expect to see him wander into there, but yep, he's not going to be able to a thing about that. And off to the water he goes. Maybe go the other way. He had a teammate over there, of course, so that might have been a better idea, although perhaps he's just trying to circle around a wee bit and come down to grab some of this reclaim before heading on his tot. We have Wheelie has pushed all the way up to here with his comm, as has Paralon's done the same thing up this side. But it is a 2 versus 1 up that way. We see we have Wally and F Odin up there, which explains why there is such a disparity in the midsection, and Commando does not want to stand still under this. He's got Zooey Fire and he needs to get on his move. Something slapped down to stop him walking. A different idea from Zasport to try and do that, but FTX is going to get away 5,000 health and be okay. Right, T2 upgrade on the way for Big Bang, because hey, why not? At this point in the game it might be worthwhile. And we see Wish has come up with his comm as well to help out, and his wish having a look at Bigger Hammer. Here dies while trying to get up a radar, which would have been helpful, but nothing doing. Assistance going down to get Big Bang up. If we can get some T2PD down, it'd be a huge help. And to try this. Commando is on the retreat. Because, well, he kind of has to. That is a drop. Wait, that's a drop? It's a very early drop for my one to die. He is sending engineers and a lab? Engineers on that. That's the engineers in the lab. What are they going for? Well, there's a radar. That's not going to help you. There's an anti-air. That's not going to help you either. Now the labs are free to have a go at whatever they want. Going to kill off the engineer. They're just going to loiter, I think. Yeah, might as well kill the engineers. Kill those off first, and that gets rid of the build power. I would consider landing this now. You have killed everything can be, and that is reclaim going on. Although I hear a bomber coming over. That's going to knock out one of the engineers, and the other engineer is going to remain and start reclaiming the wreckage for being absolutely cheeky. Out comes some ISLs, but they're not going to do much against the engineer. Of course, you know, it's an engineer. It's not air. It'll be fine against an ISL. Alright, gun upgrade coming along for Zasport. He's very healthy, he'll be absolutely fine. Gun upgrade is going down for Slater Noob as well, just the range upgrade. Aeon of course is doubled, and T2PD is going up for Big Bang. Get some radar up, there it is. Get some T2PD up, that will help thin out anything that comes nearby. Bad shout. Up here we can see that all the ISLs are staring down the engineer. Engineer's just like, yeah, whatever. Not fussed. But I'm just going to go start reclaiming all this shit. There is a THAM on the way, so the engineer's time is limited. Might as well grab what mess I can for now and just starts on the factory. Not ambitious. Maybe he could have done that if he started a lot earlier, but he didn't, and that is going to be the end of that. Right, that T2PD is in play, and that's going to help keep at bay. Is it a nice flat ground? Or we're going to see Nope. It is pretty flat. Evening, Rory. Nice to see. How you doing today? Down here we have two players. There's the wheelie and no one cares. Just do a build up on there. They're facing up against Emperor Penguin, who is 2v1 right now. So he's going to want to be careful. Watching out for the flank there from Wheelie. He's sending some units down there. Getting gun upgrade on his comm to hold this side probably. And keeping the units down the way. He says, I'm versus two comms. And you are. And you're going to have a problem. Because you have a gun comm going up there. You have a drone comm. Followed up by T2. And yep, okay. Builds drone comm just to help out his own build power. Up here we see Commando in his completely unupgraded Commander having to go with Zasport. Zasport is very upgraded, definitely has a gun upgrade, has plenty of units in support, and Commando has basically nothing. His units are going to go down and he needs to pretty much keep moving. There is a Mongoose to help thin out the numbers, but the problem is he is in range of Zasport, and as long as Zasport just keeps moving forward and just keeps shooting at Commando, he will win that war and get a comm kill, which he is in range, and the shots are keeping on going, and I think Commando's not going to get out of this at all. Zasport stops, and now he's out of range. Stopped just for a moment, and it has let Commando get out of range of that gun comm, and 1500 health. Very close. Now there's some Mongoose out, there's some T2PD going down, and Zasport can't really keep up with that. Commando though, very close to dying up there. Starts a nano repair on his comm, which he's going to want something, but Zasport doesn't care. He's going to push back up, and actually we see Wish is coming in to assist. He's got a double Aeon gun comm. He needs to push right on in to shoo Zasport away, because if he realizes how close Commando is right there, how close he is to dying, then he could be that's a Nother. Bombs away. One bomb, 500 health. Oh no. Nothing here to help him out. There's nothing on the ground. He's got to try and dodge Nother forever. The question is, can he do it efficiently? If he does a Yui, he might survive. Nother doesn't get away. He needs some flak out or some kind of anti-air urgently One more Notha bomb and he's a dead man. And of course we have commanders nearby. That's another Notha coming in. We have Inties flooding in from Morley, but they're going to be too late. Can he dodge that Notha bomb? Oh yeah, quite easily actually. Can he dodge the next one is the question. No, he can't. No, he can't. Oh really? You made this map, Rory? I'll tell you what, it's not a bad map. Right, down here we are seeing that Emperor Penguin has issues. He pushed up with his comm to try and get some work done, but he is facing against 2 versus 1. We see the wheelie. He doesn't have a comm upgrade, but no one cares does, and that is T2, that is PD going down, and he simply cannot sustain that pressure. One bomber comes over, gets himself 5 engineer kills, well worth his weight. Good time. Full share is on, so that is going to be of beneficial to Wish, which now has a pretty solid little base in here. He can get some eco going, get some units going, but speaking of units, that's a lot of Zoes. They're going to wander their way over and basically kill anything they walk past. We see Mech Marines are coming out from Wally, and of course those are going to do great things against Zoes as long as they keep moving. Although there is a Tham in a mix for this exact kind of eventuality, just to be annoying. We see Odin is coming back to try and help out with his commander, but gonna take him a while to get there. Yeah, he's probably going to be on the move long before that. Up here, that is a tech launcher. He's got a couple of kills already. Probably took out some mixes. There's one there maybe, or over that way. Either way, they're going down here. We see Big Bang and has a position got absolutely covered. Excuse me, I need to cough. Yeah, in the face of a Guncom and a bunch of T2 units, he can't really stay there. He's just doing a bit of reclaim while he can, and he's going to duck into the water and be okay. Vast torpedo launcher. And torpedo launcher is going to make sure that he cannot stay in the water, and he's going to have problems of his own. 2 Guncoms nearby, although we see Wish is coming in once again to support. That means Big Bang is going to get away okay. Let's see, more Nothers. What are they going for? Oh, they're going for nothing, or they went for T2 power up here. Perhaps, yes, I can see the bombs. But perhaps that was reclaimed or something, because that one's fine. That one went up really damn quick. And now a shield. Right, Zoes are around being annoying. We do have the Mech Marines ready to chase them down. Odin's still walking around, and more tech missiles going out. Where are they going for this time? I'm going over this way, and it does still only has the 2 kills. Maybe you can take out something else. How far is it going? Will it hit the mountain? Will it sneak on past? Yeah, sneaks on past, and looks like it's going all the way back here for some tier 2 mass extractors, but will not succeed because maybe this would have hit beforehand, and that's what the T has gone up. Okay, down here we see, and that is Wish now under a bit of pressure from 2 comms. He is in the green, and Zasport has walked out of range, so it's now Shadow Noob is being targeted and Janus for the snipe. That's a curious decision. Nonetheless, it's still burning. You stand in fire, it's still going to hurt, doesn't matter where you are. And Wish is loitering in the area when to put down the extra damage. The Janus turn away. Emperor Penguin, though, gets taken out by the wheelie, who has a double gun shield comm. He did those upgrades pretty darn quick and pushed out of the game. We see Shadow Noob is trying to get things done with this comm. The Janus dropped right on back, but now they're getting obliterated by some ASFs which have come out from Mr. I Want to Die over here, and he's done a good job of that, and he's got a strat as well, so there was actually a strat in the mix. Maybe that's why these guys came back in. Oh my word, look at that bomb taking out 3 T2 mass extractors. Ah yes, right. Wait, Janus are that slow they can't catch a strat? I don't think Janus were that slow. They're very much struggling to catch that strat bomber. Now the ASF have caught up to them, but it's not going to be long. Look at that strat. 47 kills, mass killed 15.9k. Very effective strat bomber. Dear oh dear, that has been absolutely obliterative of Eco. Down here though, we see Emperor the wheelie, after taking out Emperor Penguin, just pushed that a little bit too far. Yep. I know Brink, he likes his adapter maps, he loves his big player games. And what? Ah, sorry, yes. course, Wheelie is on this team over here. He's pushed way too far forward though. And he's got some shields, he's got some flak, but these are broadswords. They take a lot of damage, and of course there are strats overhead as well. We're going to see the end of Wheelie pushed way too far with this comm, and he's going to go kaboom. Question is, after he goes kaboom, which should be any second now, there we go, what's going to happen to No One Cares? Trying to get some shields up. Maybe he'll get some extra income if that all goes over to him and he can finish that off. But that strap bomber having a great time. Down here we see Big Bang is fighting against some units as Shadow Noob's in the area with his comm, and that is sniper bot fire. So that's going to be a worry. You're going to need to get the heck out of dodge before that picks you off. And Strat overhead as well, so Big Bang rushes for the water. I don't know if he's going to make it. That's right now. But he needs to get into the deep water because of course Strats can still ground fire. These sniper bots. Such long range, such damage, not much you can do. Strats are going for the ground fire. No, missed by a long shot. That water deep enough. It's quite shallow actually, so he's going to need to find deeper water to survive, and deeper water he does not actually find. And now Big Bang is out of the game as well. So that has been, and we're torpedo bombers joining in the fun. Not looking great for Team 1 at this stage. They're right up here, and Slatter Noob, I don't know if maybe he's relying on that shield, just like Wish was relying on that shield. But he goes down. That was a bomb run and a half to take out all of those. And now Wish has got issues. Low on health, down into the yellow. And it is Shadow Noob now pushing, although there is some point defense up here for No One Cares, which may help out, although a sniper bot is looking to tickle Wish down now as well. That's going to be a problem, although it has one within the T2PD range, and that's going to be into that sniper bot. But it's also going to be the end of Wish. In come the broadswords, and he's going to go kaboom. Right there, just like that. Shadow Noob, however, 4,000 health, Conway up the front. I don't see anything faster moving that would be able to take him out though. And all the Seco now belongs to No One Cares. I suspect some of that's going to be given over. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't, although Shadow Noob has been picked up. Is he going to get out of where he is? T2PD down to 1,000. Is there anything else that can actually take a plink at him? 800 health, trying to walk circles, trying to get under this shield from his teammate, and under it he does. Manages to survive. Sub 1,000 health, gets out of that pickle thanks to a shield from Zasport, who now moves up with his gun and starts wrecking with his own gun and nano, it looks like. Yes, it is. Alright, Shadow Noob just quite confidently standing there doing a reclaim thing. Well, he's got his shield back, so he's got some health. Should be alright for the moment. Just having a look down here though, what do we got? We have, oh, No One Cares is in the water. He's wanting to stay safe. Not really safe when this torpedo bomb is about though. Okay, how are we doing on the air game? There is a bunch of T3 air up from F Odin, so he's made a good move into that and has a whole host of ASFs and could possibly cause some issues if he gets some anti-ground fire. There is a sniper bot back here, and if it takes down, well, this, so see, no defensive whatsoever. Sniper bot goes down to counter sniper bot. They win for that section. Right, what's going on up here? We see, well, Wally, who's renamed his comm to whatever that is up here with his commander, and he has been found by broadswords. He wants to get into the water really quickly, but his health is just fading so very, very fast. And a strap bomber, and I think that's going to be the icing on the cake. No, he survives. He gets underwater, and Paralon actually goes down. He gets picked up by, I think there was actually a tac snipe. So yes, indeed, one of these tac launchers actually killed off Paralon. And no, you want to get in the deep water, friend. Oh no, I see there are torpedo bombers, and that is actually Wally out as well. So a trade there. Wally did a great thing, took out Paralon, but there was Loaded by air, no help, far too late from Foden, and he is gone up here. Zasport and Slatter still pushing up, with their comms just taking out as much as they can. TTPD down here having a go at it. Now we see here, no one cares, still under the water. Not really safe as such there. And the question is, what are they going to do about these guys? 2 comms, under shields, very strong commanders. Full shields on here, and of course fully vetted as well. Huge pools of health, huge regen. Taking things out. Do we have some harbingers coming in? Not going to do a heck of a lot. I think sniper bots would be the better idea. They can just plink these guys off at range at will. Alright, plenty of air factories here, and the question is, how are they going to do? That wasn't a nuke, it was BAM GM. Oh my god, really? Good evening, GM, Mr. BAM. How are we doing? Love to see you, mate. How was your stream? Did you have a good one? Hopefully you had a good one. Nice to see you anyway, and let's just check out what's going on over here. Well, we have a blaze push in from no one cares. It's not going to get much done. It can kill off the pillars, but ain't going to kill off the Percies. Ain't going to kill off the Percies at all. And what do we have here? Broadswords from no one cares. They are picking up the shields first, and now they can have a go at Zasport, but anti-air. There is a lightning tank in the region, and that is going to help his survivability a huge amount. That's a lot of damage though. Having said that, there's Volthus as well, and the health is shriveling from Zasport, and he's going to go out of the game. Kaboom! So Zasport gets taken out. Too far forward, no assistance from air, and he's a dead man. Who's next? Well, Slater is running for his life, as he needs to. Maybe he can get underwater and be okay, but he should be alright from that front. Mostly casting, 1 gap game, especially warm-up. Yay! Well, yeah, gap games never take seriously. Just sort of play them. I don't really like casting them either. They're kind of boring to cast. It's always the same thing. A couple of people have a scrap and mud, a little bit of navy, and it's just eco. And whoever can eco the best. And speaking of ecoing the best, there's a lot of reclaim going on by Slatter Noob grabbing all of this mass. And yeah, down here, as we mentioned, those T2 Blaze getting absolutely obliterated by Percivals. Yes, one is back there. Right, up here we have Volthus, and they're going for, I don't know what they're going for. I think they're just going for eco. But they're running into a huge amount of Tier 1 anti-air and flak as well, in the form of ground units and ASS falling over. Will they even kill a single T3 max is the question. No, they evac before they complete that. So those Volthus did precisely jack. Alright. Tech launchers still going hard, trying to find themselves some targets. I guess they could. Can they get through? Well, there's TMD going up, but tiny bit more damage than that T3 extractor would be dead. Have some volcanoes up here now, and T3 mass extractor down here, picked off by two TMD, and see you later. But there's a huge amount of reclaim going on here. 4 factories out, and for the sole purpose of spitting out engineers to reclaim. And I mean, that's the only reason for building. They're not putting out units, it's literally just NGs, and they're just out here to grab reclaim. Which they're doing. There's plenty of it, so where's that reclaim going into? Do we see an experimental anywhere? Hector maybe rebuilding his mixers that died to TMLs. There we have I Want to Die standing in the open. No shields around him. If he was picked up, is there enough to kill him? Well, there's some broadswords there, maybe. Actually, there's enough broadswords there, and there's plenty of ASF in defense. If they can wipe out this air wing and get the broadswords in, I Want to Die will get his wish. In comes the air. Is it successful with its diversion? No, there's still some ASF down there. The broadswords have been pinged, and the ASFs are going for it while no one cares is distracted. Not great. They are gone. The ASFs stream on back, but too late. And the broadswords are taken out of the sky, and there was a SAM or 2 in there as well. So it would take quite a bit to kill off I Want to Die now. Strats might be the better option. A handful of those can get in and drop their load before the SAMs take them down. but the broadswords are gone. Well, I say gone, there's still 3 of them, but haven't really got anything to go for now, and there's too many Sams around the place. Counter of Vulthus coming out from Mr. Bigger Hammer. Not really sure what they're going for, maybe just going to tidy up some of these ground units, but still in the middle and working on Yathota right here in the pond. In the pond, I tells you. Right here. And that'll be quite a nice little surprise. Just pops up, walks out of the water, and can go kill stuff. What has been worked on as counter? Well, plenty of air has been worked on. I don't see any kind of experimental for Team 1. Nothing here. We've got Raz going down on the com here. Plenty of air, and there is another Awassa here actually. Take that back, and Awassa has been started. I mean, hey, if they got air control, why not? Nasty bomb somewhere. And don't park your air on the ground when there is sniper bots in the region. Saw those. That would die a horrible death. So, Awassa has been spotted. Awassa is being pinged. Sure, they won't want to let that complete. Right. That is the only one going up. All or nothing in the Awassa. Okay. But around, just trying to keep a defensive line. So Team 1, which consists of Odin and No One Cares now, compared to the 4 for Team number 2, just maybe playing a bit defensively, trying to get the recoil up, trying to get some things done, looking for something that can do a good amount of damage and support to keep their Bigger Hammer was pretty good. Not bad. T2 for Odin, so his combo isn't even upgraded. That's fine. Awassa is well on the way. That is miles back. Yeah, just under 20% done, and it is going up pretty darn quickly actually. Won't be long till it is ready to rock. Right, down here we have some Ilshivas just patrolling, keeping an eye out for things like this. And T2 PD is great for Zuis that are advancing straight towards it. Maybe not so much for Zuis that are going sideways, but right now they're going to do a fantastic job. I think out numbers. In come the swarm of Vulthus, and honestly the Vulthus might want to swarm over here. The question is, have they seen it? Do they know it's there? Well, I don't think so. They see the engineers, but of course where the chicken is, it's going to be underwater. It's going to be a sonar signature, not a radar one, just like the commanders here, so they've got no idea what's happening. Alright, some harbingers in the mix. They're going to have a great time against all of this. So if they get caught by Zui salvos, they'll be dead. Like this guy here. Stand still for a little bit too long and you'll have a bad time. Nearly done? Nearly done. How's the Awassa? That slowed right down. 35%. Going to be what helps out. Chicken is ready to go virtually. Some anti-air. There is some anti-air. Look at that. Lightning tanks already been thought of by his teammate, so Slato has helped out by popping out a few of those and some flak. Really wants some mobile T3 shields. T2? Not those. T3. Nevertheless, some anti-air is better than no anti-air, and that is going to help keep the chicken alive just that little bit longer. Off it goes on its tot for its first wander. Okay. Now, and that way. They know it exists yet? Well, they know something exists. There's this like single dot moving around, supported by a bunch of anti-air. Whatever could it be? Hear it in a moment. Yep, has been banked. It's a chicken. Oh, chicken. In comes the Vulthus, but the Vulthus are going to be interrupted by these guys. Going to get some damage down, but look at the Vulthus start dropping from the sky. There's T1 anti-air, there's T3 anti-air, there's T2. All this anti-air is there in residence, but the health is going pretty down quickly. And how's that Awasa? Well, it is going up as well, 60%. Looking good, and no one cares finishes something. A GC. Starts on another one, so... Oh, Chicken is going up to the left, so she wants to take that GC back this way. Really wants to do that in a hurry, and in come the ASF, one single pass as they fly on by, and the Awasa dies. Dead on the ground before it can complete, but... yeah. Grab the reclaim, build another one. Takes some time, but it could work. Alright, T1 bomber spam. They might die to flak, but they get their bombs away. And any damage is good damage right now. As long as they hit. And where's that GC? Well, it's walking up this way trying to catch things, but I wonder if it might have been better sent off this way to intercept, considering where no one cares commander is. That keeps walking as you tend to do with a chicken. You don't usually stop, you usually just keep on walking straight in. That GC might lag behind and not get a touch on it at all. Going to be a close one, although taking out the anti-air is not a bad shout. Easy to do. It is definitely playing catch up though, and that chicken is much closer to no one cares com than the GC is. Oh, it turns away. Gets in and starts killing off all the build power, all the units. If we can take out the HQ, it's going to be a bad time. No one cares is... oh, what's he doing? Trying to get away. What's the Athota doing? Doing wrong things, and all the T1 air. Now the GC's in range and starting to lay down the damage on the Athota. Athota is going for no one cares, who's dodging for all his life is worth. Switching up left, right, going around circles. Avoids the huge bolts and the giant ball of death as the chicken goes down. And the GC standing right on top of it is not a good thing. It will die a horrible death to the lightning storm. Just look at the health. Disappear off that thing. It's going to be a free kill. Just by standing in the lightning storm. Attracts the attention and look at it go. Yowza. So much damage from that, and will the GC get away actually? I don't know. Oh my word, no it doesn't. That lightning storm is brutal. And the HQ survives. Maybe? Yes it does, the HQ survives, hilarious. GC does not, but the HQ does, that's amazing. Down here, Percival's moving on up, stopping maybe a wee bit short because there is T2PD having a go at them for free. They're going to keep walking. She wrote, another GC is down here ready to go, and we see an experimental aircraft carrier. Who needs a donut? That guy needs a donut. Ludwig, how we doing, my friend? I see you loitering around. Yeah, the T2 is another big surprise. It kills everything else, not the T2 not the T3 HQ, and we mentioned the Awasa. Well, yep, reclaim that one, rebuild another one, and it's going up pretty damn quickly. Plenty of build power doing that. We still have air power, I think. Let's have a quick ASF count, or try to. We have 70 for Odin, we have 46 for No One Cares. I think Slato had some, he's got 13, so he's got a little bit in the air. Only's the main maker. And he's got 34 plus 41, so actually looking fairly even into the air game, because he's also these here from Trith. So 4 people in the air game for team 2. A lot of strats and an Awasa. I think they're going to go for something here. 14 strats plus an Awasa. What is your target? Okay, GC is hiding in the water. I don't know why. It could be well worth walking somewhere, doing something with it. Maybe they're just holding it defensively, just in case another experimenter turns up. And okay, all the air has been handed over to Mr. Odin. He now has control of the single air wing, which will be a huge advantage as opposed to bits and bobs coming in like this from Team 2. You see they're not quite as coordinated. We have ASF on the ground, and no, they've been handed over as well. The Awasa makes his move. Gonna drop a bomb over here and kill, well, everything. Just have a look at the utter devastation. 81 kills with that single bomb. Murders anything in the region, and that leaves the Tsar open though. It's going to be picked up by a bunch of ASF. Fort on the ground, no defenses, and see you later. Yeah, it does move down from Odin, but it leaves everything else exposed as it does. Strats included get caught in the open, and they could have taken Sladonoob had they not been spotted. Almost there would have been enough, except of course he's under shields and has his own personal shield. Have a look at that. The ones that died would have been the difference. Wasser overhead might have been a change, but it gets taken down as well. Flew into the wrong spot, and down that goes. Wasser is gone. The strats were gone. They almost had Sladonoob. Strats come in at a slightly different time, perhaps. Had the ASFs not all been down here trying to take out an air wing, leaving the strats and the Wasser a wee bit exposed. There's no such word as exposed. There's no L in that. It's just exposed. But that's what the deal is, and I think that might have been their last chance to try and make something different. Try and have some effect. They had taken out Sladonoob. That could have been an opening for a gap, but as it is, that has not worked. And now we have the GC standing in the open, facing the wrong way. I guess he took out the Percies. Have a look at the health. 14 kills, no Percies on the ground. That would be correct. Right down here we have Harbingers. They're having great fun against some poor hapless lightning tanks. But then we take that back. There are Harbingers in the mix. There's some Ravagers down here, and these guys aren't going to last too much longer. Think your fire going around, blazes, all sorts of fun. But they're going to come up a little short with the ability to punch through this gap at all. Over here we have one GC. We have a chicken. And what's that? That's probably where the chicken was. Power going up. I can hear a chicken firing. Another one somewhere. I can't see it. Oh, it's up here. Sorry. Pinning Yethosa, killing off the units belonging to Mr. Bigger Hammer. Some siege tanks coming in, just getting absolutely stomped over by a chicken on their side. But we have a GC and a chicken here, nice and defensive, ready to do their duty. By ASF in the pond, another GC about to get done. We have an air fracas over here, an air wing just catches out the ones from Odin, and that is a lot of aircraft lost for no gain. The donut is up, but it's going to go down to a single pass from releasings once again. Once again, no air protection for the donut. It's going to go down one pass. Too many ASF, and it is doomed. Falls flat onto, yep, kills T3 mechs. But hey, it's reclaim at least. And look at all the SAMs going up belatedly. Maybe they can take out some of this air, but all the air power was in that donut. Much I could do there. Pushing in the middle now, we see the Ethota and the GC on the way. They've got some shielded anti-air with them. Going to be tough to crack, and the air wing from Odin has been overcome. It's nothing. Strats out. They're going to drop some bombs on, well, nothing apparently. See any damage to anything, and they're going to get taken out by the ASFs as well. And more strats popping out from Odin all at once. And what are they going to go for? But down here it is no one cares. And what's he got? He's just about finished a Thota actually. If we can get that off, it would be nice and defensive. Might be able to survive. It's close, but maybe not close enough. Depends if this one goes the right way, which it does not. If this Thota had gone down this way, it could have caught this thing before it was finished, but it has decided to stick with the GC and move up this causeway, killing things along the way. Well, he has reclaimed it. He was, and what? Okay, sorry, so Sladonoob left because he was laggy, and he was coming to a safe spot so that they wouldn't kill everything else. And now suddenly All this belongs to I Want to Die. There's a Ythota up here shooting at a Ythota down here, but there's also a supporting GC, so this Ythota is going to die first. Well, you'd think. If this one turns sideways, I could bring a second gun to bear, not just using... So the left arm has a Gatling style gun on it, and that would have been incredibly helpful to bring into the party because it does a lot of damage on its own. As it is, this Ythota goes down, as does this one. HQ's not going to live. GC standing there won't live due to that Iron Storm if it stays there. But we have GC versus Ythota face to face. Face laser versus arm lasers. And, well, it's going to be close. GC's going to win it, but the Lightning Storm... depends on the veneracy he gets out of killing it. Go, out comes Lightning Storm, ready to go. Yeah, I do hear what you're saying, like he wasn't actually reclaiming it. I mean, he did have just a few tier 1 NGs sitting on it while he's building the other one, but not a lot, so yeah. Ythota is not going to get done in time before this GC comes in. Ain't much left to do. There's that Billy Nuke. Yep, so Billy Nuke on the back of No One Cares. Why not? Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Rock'em Sock'em Robots indeed. Oh, look at all the Percys. Ah, have fun. And let the obliteration begin. Down goes the Ythota. Oh, it got built, and maybe if they repair it, it could survive. The repair order? That's the repair order. So they're trying to repair the Ythota while it faces off against the GC. And well, it's going to keep it alive there a little bit longer. Is it going to be enough though? I don't think so. Down into the red. It has slowed the death knell, but it's not going to be enough. And it is going to go down. Still, it's a lot of extra damage. And was that a reclaim order at the right time, or is it still going to snowball? I think there was a reclaim order. Nope. Off we go. Find there, Billy Nuke out. We're just having fun. There was a GC that walked his way over here, so the one from over here just had a wander. Meets up with the Tsar though, and broadswords, not much is going to do. Billy out. Maybe the Billy can catch a broadsword or two. However, Donut is coming straight for you, buddy. GC just stands still, takes out some build power because, hey, why not? Though it's getting shot at by some TTPD, doesn't want to walk into that Iron Storm, as there's nothing but it's a GC up behind as well. And of course, Eunice around as well. Billy lands, and I think he did kill a couple of broadswords. Nope, they moved. There they are. And now, No One Cares stands and meets his fate. Yeah, what can you do with a donut overhead? The broadswords coming, probably just steal the kill. No One Cares goes down. That just leaves Odin. And he has a whole host of tier 1 AA. Not that it's going to do a heck of a lot. I mean, yeah, okay, it's tier 1 AA, there's a whole lot of it, but that's a donut. That's a GC. That's another GC. Yeah, there's a Ythota coming in. Is Odin's last stand. And tier 1 AA focuses on the ASFs. Poor idea. Donut overhead. Beams orching downwards. Shields drop. Shields blink on. Shields blink off. Strats, broadswords. Donut. Tell you what though, this tier 1 AA took a fair bit off that thing. Not too shabby when you look at the health drop off there from tier 1 AA. Still. There we have it, folks. Absolute rompin' stompin' fun. Plenty of experimentals, bit of back and forth, some kills on both sides, some janky ass things, some people pushing a little bit too far forward. But in the end, comprehensive win for Team 2. And no game meters, it was just all experimentals. There were no nukes, there was no arties, none of that silliness, just pure old units. And it worked.